Hey guys. Hey guys. Welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. How is everyone doing today? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing lovely. I hope you're doing fine. I hope this was like a beautiful day for you. I hope it was. It was better than you expected. I got on a new hoodie today, y'all. I invested in and made myself a hoodie. Yes. And I made a particularly different one. I said, hey, what's going on, guys? I hope you had a great day. I won't be before you long, and that's for real, for real. I have to tell you all about my day. I want to go and share out the stream real quick. Let's see. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and turn on your notification bells. If you can, give me a thumbs up or down, whichever one you want to do. It's up to you, fine by me. As long as you're doing it um, in accordance to how you truly feel, maybe you might want to wait a little longer to thumbs it up or down. I don't know. It's up to you. I'm just going to share it out on Twitter. Oh, I should not be drinking this. This is Dr. Pepper. Just all of it, like, just all of a sudden, just hurting my inner ear. Just drinking it. But I wanted some sugar. I figured, ooh, I want that. I should have passed it up, but I didn't. And I forgot to post a video today. I was definitely gonna post a video. I had every intention on doing so, and I just didn't get a chance to do it just yet. Oh, let me see this quality. Oh, okay, it's good. It was stuck at 740 or 720, whatever that is. All right, let me get back to this screen. Okay. Yes. So, guys, today is a beautiful day. So, I'll start off by telling you what happened. Um, I woke up at the crack of dawn, not the crack, but like halfway through the crack. And it was about like 5 o'clock in the morning. I woke up and I was just laying there and I forced myself to go back to sleep. I was having a little nightmare dream. It was like we were being chased, it was monsters. Like our lives are like people are trying to kill us. I don't know what all that means. But and I didn't really eat nothing bad before I went to bed. So really shouldn't be having no nightmares like that. But that kind of woke me up out of my dream. And then I woke up again around 6:30 and I said, you know what? Let me go and play on my phone a little bit. So I went on and I shared a couple of things. You never know who's on. And then guess what, y'all? I did what I said I never would do. I saw Auntie Mama was live on YouTube. So I went and supported her. I went in her channel. I said, I will never be doing this again. But it's cool because it was on a Sunday morning when I knew I didn't have to be at work. I didn't have to be anywhere. So I didn't mind, right? Um, what else happened? So when it was like 6:45 and I said, I'm not going back to sleep. I was feeling a little like icky, meaning like my stomach was heavy or whatever. So I said, and I haven't been to the gym in a while. So I went to the gym and I felt a lot better. I ran and I got some of that mucus to move a little bit. Because, guys, guess what? Our bodies are like little filters. All of the toxins that we breathe in and out is not always the stuff that we eat that creates inflammation. Is environmental as well. So with all of the built up environmental things, and you guys already know I have allergies, and I wasn't eating too good like the past few weeks or so. I've been eating a lot of strange things. I drank eggnog a couple of times, and so that kind of messed my system up. Anyway, so running definitely kind of broke up the mucus a little bit. And I wasn't blowing my nose. My nose wasn't running or anything like that. It was just good that I could breathe deeply instead of surface breathing. Like, how many of you can breathe deeply? Hey, King, how you doing? King Vlogs, how you doing? Welcome to Hello World. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Um, so that's what I did. I got to the gym around 7ish. I contemplated going live, but hey, love to travel with the wave. I was contemplating on going live, but I knew Auntie Mama was probably still alive, so I didn't go live. And greetings, sister. Greetings to you, my sister. Um, so I really got in there, and I left the gym around 8, right? I knocked it out, y'all. I banged it out. I did 40 of the lunges. I did about 30 of these things kind of to lift up the chest. I did 30 of those and to like work on the shoulders. What else? I did some triceps, about 30 triceps, and then I ran. So all of that I did within an hour. And I know that the more I run, the more I have clearer air passage way and that I won't get tired doing my exercises. It's not like the thing, weight is too heavy. It's just I get so tired and my breathing isn't off. So I kind of don't do everything good, you know? Anyway, that was 8. I've been hitting the track recently. Yes. Yeah, you got to get that stuff moving. And plus, it's like helping the blood to flow and putting oxygen in that blood so it's not so thick. You know, put some oxygen in that blood and kind of recycle the old blood out. You know, when we sweat, toxins come out. So it's good to sweat. And oh, I did the leg press too. Not the leg press, but the leg press where you have to, where it's on your shoulders. And then you put the weight on the middle, you stand up and you do squats on the machine. Oh, I did that and the ab machine. So I did do a full thing. I did more legs because I'm like, y'all, I want my legs to have that little line in the middle. I do boot camp weekly. Ooh, that sounds like so much fun. Ooh, I would love to be boot camped. You know what I'm saying? Kill me temporarily. So I did that machine. I only did 20 of those because I had already just done 40 with 35-pound kettlebells lunges. And I was trying to get my knee to touch the ground. So I knew that was like a deep lunge, you know? Okay, so after the gym, I cleaned up a little bit and then I was playing around on the computer, trying to reorganize some things. I have content that I need to share. I have content that I need to upload. I have to, you know, every day I'm committing myself to work a little bit more on my website. So if you guys check it out, definitely leave your feedback. If you've purchased, definitely leave your comments and your testimonials. That does help. At least it will help with Google. So think about others when you shop with Be the Difference, right? Oh yeah, let me do the announcement. So there is a new program called Listening Sessions with Joy. So that is our session where you get to talk or whatever you feel like doing within that hour. I will be your listening board. If you need me to respond, I will. If not, I'll just be there to listen. You know, sometimes we don't want the regular people that we go to talk about certain things. I know for me, that's how it is. Like sometimes there's some things you just don't want to have to tell somebody that you already know. Anyway, what else happened? Oh, okay. So after the gym and after cleaning and after messing around with the website, I went to the event that I had today. It was from 1 to 6. It was in Rahway, New Jersey, and it was outdoors. So y'all already knew I already had 4 layers on. I started off with 4 layers because when I stepped outside, it was already chilly. So I was like, ooh. So I had my scarf bundled up. I had my hoodie on. I had a long sleeve on. I had a t-shirt. I had a spaghetti string. I had leggings on. I had jeans on. And then I said, you know what? Worst case scenario, if I need to break out the snowsuit, I will. I did have my head covered, like I had my little Scully, my beanie on. I had that on and it was covering my ear, so I was very well insulated. Ooh, buying spaces. I saw her this morning. Buying space is here. She just entered the room. Hey, I saw buying space this morning too, 6:30. I was like, okay. And that is why I moved to Atlanta. I know that cold. Do you guys do King? Do you guys do a lot of like events, like vending events outside? Do you notice like pop-ups? I don't know if that's something that you look at necessarily, but do you see a lot of that? If you happen to notice, hey, 755, how you doing? Good to see you. If you happen to notice that, I would want to know. I mean, down here, they do events all year round and outside and inside. I have an event in December, y'all. Outdoors. We were already talking about buying a little generator, just to have lights on, but also to maybe like have some heat, right? Because I have enough walls to do at least the sides and the back of the tent. So we could easily heat up just wherever we are. Hey, uniquely lavish, good to see you. Welcome. So that is what happened today. Um, Hey, we have a member. We have a member. And it's Brooklyn that white boy. How you doing? Hey Tip, what's going on? So the reason why I want to talk about discernment because it had a lot to do with what happened today at the event. Now, mind you, it wasn't a bad event. But however, it made me reevaluate. Like for real. You know how like when you have one of those aha moments? Today was my aha moment. You can't be everywhere and anywhere. That's what I learned. You can't be everywhere and anywhere. Like I said, it wasn't anything wrong with it. I actually ended up vending next to um, someone that I knew and we were chatting away and we had a good time chatting away and similarities were there and everything like that. You kind of you vibe with the same people, right? But how often do we happen to use discernment? You ever think about that? Like we always just go. You know what I'm saying? We just go. Because in my opinion, to really use discernment, you have to pause, sometimes for a little bit, sometimes for a long time. So every choice that we make, are we putting a full effort to discern whether we should make that choice or not? This is very vital. And these are key ways that I believe you can gain discernment if you don't know how. Meditating, praying, if you believe in anything else, if you believe in a higher power or your ancestors or whatever, are you utilizing any of those outlets that will protect you and guide you? Now, guess what, guys? Here's the clincher. If we utilized using discernment in half of the things that we do, we would not be doing half of the things or majority of the things that we have already put ourselves through. Knowing is half the battle. So now I beg you to please start using discernment more often and not waiting and chancing everything like, oh, well, next time I know better. How many times can we have prevented that next time scenario had we have used discernment, prayed, meditated, asked? Even though it doesn't necessarily mean that things will go bad, but you could have possibly utilized your time or your energies or a relationship elsewhere had you have proceeded with discernment first. I'm learning to utilize discernment more. And I know now, after the conversation that I had with my next door neighbor, we came to the conclusion that we do have to utilize discernment more in our everyday life, and how we operate our businesses, just overall. You cannot proceed to the next level in your life if you do not start using discernment. Just like you cannot proceed to the next level of your life if you have not worked on some of the traumas that we have had over the course of the years or even recently. Y'all, I was traumatized when I had to use that porta potty yesterday. I told you guys that yesterday, didn't I? Or did I not? I don't even remember. But I had to use a porta potty. I was so scared. It was so scary, guys. I don't want to ever do that again in my life. I don't even know why I even did it. It was scary. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what the inside was supposed to look like. I was looking for a sink and I had to push the alcohol. I was like, this is not real. You can't wash your hands with alcohol. I have to use the restroom. Ah. There was no way I could have discerned better because I needed to hydrate because it was a little warm. There is no music, there is constant sound. The pauses and rests make the music as much as the sound. That's true. Hey, Light, Nesby, how you doing? And listening to elders is a great way to increase discernment. They'll make you aware of things you couldn't have conceived. Yes. And imagine if us as youth would have utilized the discernment of our elders, i.e., parents, grandparents, or aunts and uncles. Why is it unfavorable to listen? Don't you realize that? Have you guys noticed that? That it's become unfavorable to listen. It's better that you knock your head a few times before you decide, oh, uh," and then you don't even want to say thank you or at least acknowledge the fact that if it wasn't for your guidance, it'll be more like, I should have known. I knew that. What is wrong with giving credit to where credit is due? Oh, I get it, because we're so filled with pride and ego. Those are our two downfalls. And then fear, I think, is at the top of that list. Knock them off. So I want to utilize more time discerning my moves, every single last one of them. How I drive. I know I need to do better. How I utilize my influence with whomever. How I strategically plan things with my business, maybe actually using more strategic planning. How I align myself with individuals or groups. Just because you're nice doesn't mean that you have to be with everybody. Just because you're mean doesn't mean you have to be mean that way, and you can accept that that's just how you are, because that is not how human nature is supposed to be. We are supposed to love each other. That is the absolute foundation of everything. Creation was created out of love. Oh, but if we could only do that more. Why are we so afraid of love? If you utilize discernment more, you will understand that love is absolutely curing. It makes you feel good. Doesn't it feel good to be loved? And being loved could be just people talking to you, appreciating you, doing things for you, saying hello to you, thinking of you, sending you a card here or there, showing up in your lives. Love doesn't have to always be about romance. And guess what? A lot of people don't understand romance because they don't base it off of love. And back to that discernment, when it comes to romance, a lot of times I believe we already know if that person is right for us But we say, oh no, I'll give a second and third, fourth, fifth, 10th, 20th chance just because you've turned down everyone else for how many times. You just don't want to keep on doing it, right? But that's because your discernment, your believer, creator, your ancestor, whatever, was already kicking in to protect you, but you decided to ignore it and not wait until you had to have that aha moment when you've already crushed your ego more and you've experienced unnecessary traumas. Now that you have to work on top of that's built on and compiled on top of all the other traumas you have not even acknowledged or don't even realize needs acknowledgement. Hmm? Thank you, Brooklyn. Ooh, we have a member. We have a member. And it's sexy too much for you. Coleman. Hey, girl. Hope you're feeling good. They wouldn't be elders if they didn't know. They're been, they've been there. They've been where we have been. Yes. I've been disinfecting wipes. I know I should. King, I was so scared. I was very scared. I said, I just, this is certain experiences that no one should ever have to experience. At least for me, that's one of those. It's one of those things where you don't even want to say, at least I did it. No! And guess what? There were many stores around. I'm sure I could have gone into one of them and said, "Oh, may I please use your restroom?" And they would have allowed me. But I just was like, oh, I was told that the porta potty was really clean. And I was like, in my mind, really clean means there's a working faucet. And yeah, no. Mm-mm. And I was scared because I was like, I don't want if I fall. Oh my goodness, y'all, if I fell, what if somebody tips me? I said, oh gosh, it was scary. It was a very traumatizing experience. And then I met my friend, one of my friends, another vendor who sells empanadas. I met her and I told her about my experience. She's like, oh yeah, girl. Mm-mm. It was scary. It was scary though. Porta potty with the why not? What's wrong with that? You got the liquid at the bottom, all that blue liquid at the bottom. Why you can't have no faucet? Like, and they had the nerve to put a mirror in there. Who wanna go like this after their hair's not even for real clean? I was just traumatized. I was looking at my eyes like, girl, you could do this. You could do this. It'll be over soon. It was scary. I didn't even know, like, if there was a toilet seat on there. I was just scared. Like, was it worth it trying to put it down? I should have just left it open as a hole. Like, it's still a big hole. It's not the same as, feeling confident. Feeling confident in the squat. I was so scared. I wasn't confident in no squat. I was just like, just don't fall. That's all I was saying to myself. Please just don't fall. And every time I moved a little bit, it was tilted. I was like, oh God, please don't fall over. Just I don't have anything to grab. There was nothing to touch. How was I supposed to get out? Like it was scary. So now I will utilize in the future. All my discernment is I will never use a porta potty ever again in my life. Never. Unless it's one of those like trailer porta potties, because I've seen that. And even I was scared of that one. But there was a trailer porta potty where I was like, oh, they gotta have working faucet because there was electricity on the inside. So I was like, okay, I would use that, but not that individual. No, never again. Why was it going back and forth? I'm not even that heavy. Oh, but back to the task at hand, talking about discernment. Please, I beg you guys to start meditating more, start praying more. And I'm not talking about no prayers for questions, not talking about prayers for things, but just take away my thoughts and insert my best or your best way of, well, insert the best step for me so that I will move in that. We got to speak it for real, right? Because we could pray like, oh, you could pray or meditate and be like, oh, I want this in my life. But if you don't give direct directions so that you understand that that's for you to do, how you going to know? I'm not saying that we've been praying empty prayers. I'm not saying we've been meditating empty meditations. I'm just saying we need to be a little bit more fine tuning those things. If you want to, let's just say you want a job, fine tune it. I would like a job with these hours, and the job has to be this distance, and the job has to have X, Y, and Z. The payment has to be this. What's wrong with fine tuning it and absolutely waiting for it to come versus getting a job, hating every single thing about it, and not even getting paid and traveling longer distances than you will ever expect to do so? Unhappy, unpaid, sad, and you do it for 10, 20, 30 years versus waiting a year or two for the everything you've actually fine-tuned and not fearing that you won't get it. Now, I'm not saying to be unemployed, right? Because guess what? We should be having at least 7 streams of income. So maybe if you are gainfully employed and you're trying to transition, still be appreciative of whatever you're doing right now, but continue to fine tune that and ask for discernment on when you should make the next step. Take out your fear, your thoughts, and only insert God, your maker, your ancestor, your creator, whoever you believe in, into that position so that they can lead you the way to the right way with the least painful outcome. Wouldn't that be great? And it can be done that way, but we have to utilize time more appropriately. And sometimes using time appropriately will take a little bit more time than we've ever anticipated. And guess what? When it happens, it's just like that. You've been waiting for something for 2, 3 years, but when you get it, you forget about those 2 or 3 years. But while you're waiting now for whatever it is that you're trying to fine tune, be appreciative of the progress because, or the process and the progress, because you will never get that time again. And you should appreciate it because it built up to wherever you are at the very time of whenever you get whatever you've been desiring, praying for, wishing, whatever, and asking for discernment about. It all works together. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hey, Afro. Girl, I can go to those. Why was it moving? You can go to them? Oh, I'm sorry. I can't. I don't know. It's like when I was just like trying to figure out, like, I don't want to touch nothing. It just was like rickety. I was like, why is it rickety rocking? Yeah, no. Maybe they didn't have it on the right solid ground. And sometimes our plans are not on solid ground because we never had utilized prayer, meditation, or asking for discernment. So therefore, you're moving like this. And a lot of us are just moving like this. And we think that is flat ground. But we've been shaken for so long and dizzying ourselves for so long, living in a dismal way for so long, we don't know what it means to be still, to be upright, to be noble, to be able to say, I ain't scared of nothing because we've been this way for so long. Hey, Chef, how you doing? Ooh, we have a member. We have a member. And it's VJC Verge John Closet. Hey, girl. Welcome. Booski's in the building, Sporky, aka. But think about it. Now, do we think about discernment and waiting a little differently? Like, it's nothing wrong with waiting because in your waiting, you would have utilized more time properly than making so many extra false steps. It's time we start standing on solid ground in our emotions, in our dreams, in our desires, and stop guessing things and questioning things. Use your discernment. And just like King said earlier, our elders, or actually it was King and Nesby, our elders have already been where we are. They already saw the plan. They already see the map. So they can give us directions and maybe help us fine tune our direction so that we don't fall into same things that they did. That is absolutely utilizing discernment. It's not about the I anymore. It's about the we and how. How can we get this done? How can you help me to be able to utilize asking for discernment more? This is asking God, your maker, or whoever you believe in. Help me to humble myself so that I can ask you to lead me, so that I don't continue to bump my head doing the same thing year after year after year, moment, minute, every time, and actually seeing results. And let me tell you, once you start working on the things in your life, you're going to think everything is so much more smooth and it just works out. That's because you actively participated in helping yourself and loving yourself and allowing yourself to know that you can't do it all by yourself. But you got to believe that. Hmm. Hey, Chef Finest Wine, how you doing? Everybody's saying hi to each other. Anyway, if you are interested in purchasing any items, you can go to btdillc.com for inspirational digs. Yes, you got hoodies, books, t-shirts, tank tops, onesies, a little bit of everything. And I got the holiday t-shirts that will be ready. It's on the website, so go order that. There will be youth sizes from extra small to medium to large, because I think the large will end up being like a adult type of large, because these are unisex t-shirts. So please go ahead and get ahead of your holiday shopping. I was on Kendra Giles's channel yesterday, and she already started her holiday shopping. She showed a video of what she got in the mail. So I was like, she know what she doing. So go ahead and help get some more inspiration out into this world, either by you doing it or by shopping Be the Difference clothing. I do appreciate you guys for being here as often as you can and when you can, and participating in the stream. We are here to grow together. There's no I in hello world, for real. So we got this. We just have to become more aware of the things that we do. And I guarantee you life is going to be so much better. Like, look at me, for example. I only complain about like minute stuff that doesn't even matter, but you haven't heard me complain about anything with any breath or death. You know what I'm saying? There's only one thing that can happen, is for me to ask for more discernment, to ask for discernment before I make those steps, to hesitate maybe a little bit more, i.e., discern more, before I just jump at things just because. Because let me tell you what's going to happen. If you do not start utilizing discernment, you will waste valuable time, which can never be reproduced. You will waste valuable experiences, which can never be experienced when it could have been. You will waste energy, and you will possibly depress yourself. Not depression, but depress yourself. Hold yourself back more from the things that you should be doing had you have utilized a little bit more discernment, asking for it, living in it. Sometimes you do get the answer. Sometimes we do get the answers that we've been asking for discernment about, but yet we still ignore it. That's that bang in the head all the time. So start paying more attention and being okay with whatever the outcome may be. It's a process. We're all used to always getting our own way by any means necessary. Come on now. You know, in your life, if things don't go a certain way, you're like, yeah, 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 yeah. Come on now. We all experienced it. But when things go our way, we all happy. It's in those times when things don't go our way, we don't have to grumble, but we can say, okay, better luck next time. Something better is opening. Let me pay attention to what those signs may be. I'm here every day for episodes of Hello World where we talk about everything and anything. Continue to be an encouragement to yourself and all those around you. Continue to learn how to love if you never understood what love is. The best way to start understanding love is to really look at a flower or a plant and see how beautiful it is, and stand in its awe, stand in awe and in amazement that, dang, how did you grow without actually breathing? Just stand in amazement of that, and you will start to fall in love with life. Because then you'll parallel it to how infants grow and how they become into adults. Enjoy the circle of life. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Phantom, how you doing? The true measure of life is time. Every second is passing as we speak, as we move. So be positive, be productive, but more than anything, be kind. I know that's right. Good to see you. So until we meet again, guys, my name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing, and I am signing out on another episode of Hello World.